Good evening and welcome to this game between me and Zidane Lamrani from Morocco. This is the octave finals of the ITSL Silver playoffs, and I have honestly advanced further on this tree than I thought I would. So regardless of the outcome tonight, I'm going to be fairly pleased with that result. Let's see how it goes. Zidane has an impressive record from this year's ITSL with I think 80% win rate in his and finishing as the winner of his division. So this will definitely be a challenge, and he has picked to play the US tonight. Let's get started. Not a bad starting hand. A lot of ops. A lot of ops. And I don't really have to event any of this apart from CNS, perhaps. Containment can be played in the last round. Nothing needs to go to space. A very manageable hand, and I'm tempted to try and get Europe domination. We'll see what setup he uses. He's going for the traditional setup, which is great for me. I think I will gamble with socialist governments and hope he doesn't affect them. He does not. He does purge me, but considering that I had such a good hand anyway, it's hopefully not a huge problem. Let's see if I can get this coup. It's basically 3+ now. Barely, but there we go. Would have been lovely to get to keep all these ops, obviously, but again, if you're going to get purged, you want to have a good hand to get purged from, obviously. So priority here is going to be securing Europe domination, and then we'll take it from there. CNS will be evented if everything goes to plan. I will hold on to China card. Romanian possibly event. Might wait to see if he plays independent reds. Alright, so he's going into Asia. That makes sense. I am... I'm not exactly sure. So let's go Warsaw Pact. And let's... So, okay. So now I'm kind of like... Should I try and reach Pakistan? I don't know if I can compete with him anyway. But I don't want him to fill up Spain, Portugal. I mean, he could hold Asia scoring, for all I know. Killing Pakistan is probably not going to work. Don't want to use the China card. If I just go into Afghanistan, it's not really going to do much. I mean, it's just that if he coups, then I can go in there, but I think I'm going to go for Europe instead. And worry about Asia later on. He goes for the coup. Secure Asia. Ooh, that's not nice. Okay, so in this situation I'm almost tempted to go Actually, should I have invented Romanian instead of trying to take this? No, I think it's good. I need to make sure I stay in the Middle East, though. Let's trigger this. So is he going to fight me for Europe now? Is he going to try and, I don't know, fill up France or Canada? I mean, he wants to fill up France anyway at some point, so he might as well. Oh no, that still gives me domination. Yeah, nice. Depends on what he has, obviously, but if I were him, I might give up Europe and try to just get into Asia as quickly as possible and the Middle East, because he's got a head start there. Obviously, he doesn't know I have the scoring card. I mean, you might go into Spain anyway, even without the scoring card. I am a bit worried that he will just jam Italy, and then I don't know if I can deal with that. Right, 2 influence. No, he's going for the Middle East. He's going for a sort of threat of domination. I think he's bluffing. I don't think he has Middle East scoring. In any case, I mean, I'm kind of tempted to coup Lebanon here. That gives me presence, and it blocks his domination. Well, not really. Almost. I think if he had Middle East now, he would just score it, right? Would you keep fighting for it? Or I mean, would you keep trying to get an even bigger? You'd probably try to get domination again, I would imagine. Depends on what he has. But I kind of just have to score Europe now, but I can't give him Middle East with. Okay, so he's still going for that. Does he have it? I mean, at this point, if you play Duck now for ops in this situation where you risk getting couped in Egypt, etc., you're kind of sacrificing something. You're saying you want influence rather than the than the um, than the 3 VPs that you get from Duck, which kind of indicates that he might have the Middle East because he's sacrificing something to get it. Not sure. I do kind of have to score Europe now, otherwise I'm not going to get it. But this is, I mean, this is worse than Europe. I think I'm still going to do it though. Just want to make sure I definitely get it. Let's hope he doesn't have the Middle East. Does he have it? Probably not. He would have scored it by now, I think. But then I could have taken it earlier and I would have scored it earlier and I would have had 1 more point from Europe. Still, it's quite good. And with containment, I can fill up something in the Middle East. I'd need to overprotect Italy as well. He is going to lose a VP to Milops if he doesn't do anything about it. Don't know if he cares that much about that. I mean, it's obviously problematic. Ideally, I should take Syria and overprotect it, so he can't make me presence-less there. Don't know if I can afford that though, because I need to put something in Italy as well. I could ignore Italy. Right, it's going to space. That fails, thankfully. I could ignore Italy. but I feel like that's going to cost me Europe domination. But then again, if he headlines the Middle East, I'm going to be very unhappy. I'm going to do that. That saves me 3 VPs. I don't know. I feel like I could have handled this a little bit better, but being purged was definitely set me back. Could have cooed as well. Could have cooed Egypt. But that was too risky, I reckon. Maybe cooing Lebanon with the 3-op would actually have been better. That would have stopped his domination, and I probably would have been overprotected. So with it was a 2-op with purge, but still. If I'm going into Syria anyway, maybe I should just have cooed Lebanon while I have a chance. But now I should be safe in the Middle East. I mean, he could have counter-couped Lebanon, so maybe Syria was safer after all. Depends on what I had rolled, but if I had like, I don't know, 2 influence in Lebanon after it, then I would have, he would definitely have been able to counter-coup. So, what does he have? What's he holding? What is he thinking about? It does always feel like a waste to put that extra 3 in Syria, but would have been such a typical classical mistake to just put the 1, to just have 2 there and then get poked and be out of presence, and then he headlines the Middle East and I lose 6 points. That's just terrible. So, I mean, most games you don't see this kind of strong US presence in the Middle East. CIA, interesting. So he goes into Libya just to get that extra point, and we're off into turn 2. All right, average hand. About as good as my last hand, actually. Slightly worse, considering that I got purged. The goal is nice, but I don't really need it right now, so I'm going to use it for ops. I think CNS is my best headline, to be honest. I get independent reds. I can trigger that, and in my in a couple of recent friendlies, I've triggered Olympic Games. I think 3 times, and I lost it 3 times in a row, which kind of taught me a lesson there. I tend to feel like you should use Olympic Games because most of the time you will get like a net gain from it. It's actually really unlikely that you fail. But I failed so much now that I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm not sure. Alright, so Marshall, not a huge deal, but it does make it a lot harder for me to keep Europe domination. Greece and Turkey will be blue, and that will make it very hard. So I might have to settle for a tie in Europe or a 1-point situation. But I think Asia is going to be the focus, or maybe Middle East. Let's see. I do have the opportunity to coup Pakistan now, which I'm definitely going to try. And this is the question now. Is it time for the China card? What's the situation with the goal? It's basically 4+, which I don't think is good enough. Then again, if it doesn't work, and he goes back into Pakistan, then I get to coup in the Middle East as well. Which is probably not going to work either because I don't really have any strong cards left. And of course, there's always the Indo-Pakistani war still out. No, he played that, didn't he? Yeah, he played it for ops. So, what do we do? Now let's go for the coup. Ooh, good choice. Good choice. Very good. That coup is pretty big. That's gonna make a huge difference. I mean, otherwise, it kind of looked like it would be fairly easy for him to get domination in Asia, and now I think he will be happy with a tie in Asia. The Middle East, though, is still looking a bit too blue. And there's no point for him to coup Pakistan now, I don't think. He could give it a try with a 4-op, but it's not really going to work. Nah, not worth it. Then again, he doesn't really have any... Oh, no, sorry, it's step on 3, so yeah, no, I forget what I said. He doesn't really have any good coup targets. He wouldn't even want to coup, I don't think, if it wasn't for just the mill-ops. Because he's not getting mill-ops otherwise. I can use you an intervention for something, but there isn't really anything I need it for. I think I'm going to hold it, probably. Going to try and get rid of Truman quickly. He goes for the coup anyway with NORAD. I think if he had a 2-op, that would have been a better choice, but it's a good way to save his Middle Eastern countries. Alright, so I think the Middle East is going to be pretty blue. I'm not sure if I want to compete with him for it. Let's focus on Asia. Let's grab a couple of countries there, or at least start grabbing them. And I do need to overprotect Italy. I need to stop just saying that and actually do it. But I want to get started on the way to Southeast Asia, and I want to threaten South Korea. He doesn't know I only have 2 ops. And I think the Middle East is okay for now. Like, it's not looking good. I mean, but it's only 4 VPs, and Nasser is going to come at some point. I think it's better to focus on Asia. It's more points. Then again, Asia domination is looking pretty far away. I mean, it's so easy for the US just to fill up these countries. We know Vietnam revolts is gone. Alright, he decided to score it, so that's a point. Okay, so only the Middle East left. Can't really do that much about it. But I think I'll start off with... Actually, let's go in here. I want to get a foothold in Southeast Asia before it's too late. I don't know. Should I space special? I don't think it's worth it, but that 5th influence in France is actually pretty important. Then again, I've already got... I mean, I've got domination in Europe. It's going to be not domination probably in the future, but at least I'm preventing his domination by holding Italy. Not sure France is really the most important country right now. Here comes Arab-Israeli war, and it's a 6+. Alright. No, let's not. Let's just do that. I feel like I need the ops. Let's at least put some pressure on him, like go to Jordan and start filling up, or at least sort of threaten to fill up Saudi Arabia. And then I don't know. This gives me domination in Asia. At least he has to sort of take that into consideration if Asia comes back quickly. And it does prevent... Well, no, it doesn't really. Alright, decall. Decall will get reshuffled. And here comes Fidel. Do I event it or do I go for the ops? He had CA, it didn't come back, and I think this is a really tricky situation. You know, it's going to be 10-3 soon. You don't know if he's going to come back soon or late, or if I get him. If I don't, then it's always difficult to get into Cuba. I think with the Middle East scoring coming up, I'd rather coup in the Middle East if I get the chance. So I don't want to coup Panama. Yeah, this is tricky. What do I actually do with two ops anyway? Don't really have anything that important to do. No, let's event it. I feel like I want Fidel. You never know. You might regret giving him up. Of course, South Korea is still out there, like still available, because the Korean War hasn't happened yet. He still hasn't gone into Angola, I think, is unusual. Has he had a really bad hand this time? No, not really. Not a great hand, but he did event Marshall Plan, so he could have gone into Angola, I think. So the question now is, who gets the Middle East? CA, does it come back? What about D-Style? Is it out there? Blockade? A lot of interesting cards left. Suez. He's had most of his 3 ops. So we've seen most of his 3 ops. What about 4 ops? NATO and Japan still unaccounted for. Yeah. Oh no, sorry, Japan has happened. Not happened, but it's been played. Yeah, so only NATO of the 4 op cards still unaccounted for. There we go. There it is. And he breaks Asia domination. I think that's probably a smart move. I get the Middle East. I also get defectors. Lovely. And Cambridge 5. Which I think is going to be my headline, because I don't really have that much to offer right now. Let's go for it. So what's he got? He's got Korean War. We just saw NATO, so that's out of the deck. He's got NASA. He knows I have the Middle East, so NASA is probably not going to happen for a bit. He's also got D-Style and Blockade, so that's an easy choice for him. There might be one more, maybe. So he knows about defectors, Middle East. I think he knows about Comic-Con and UN. Yeah, he knows about Comic-Con. Oh, he's got Suez as well. So Suez, D-Style, Blockade, NASA. What's the other thing I just said? Yeah, not a Korean War, so not a great hand. A lot of red to deal with. I think I can easily fill up South Korea now with US Japan and just Space Duck. I do have UN intervention though, so maybe I should just use all of it. Maybe Space Defectors. That's an option. Obviously, or Space Duck and use UN intervention on US Japan. I mean, it's always nice if he has to fill up Japan himself. And he knows about Cambridge 5, of course. So how do you handle this hand? All right, Romanian. Okay, so another. That was an unknown card, and it's a low ops card, and I get the event as well. All right, so it's time for a coup, and I think we're going to start off with just. I mean, is it worth if I hold on to? No, I think we need to go use Japan here. Attempt a coup in Iran, I think. Yeah, let's go with Iran. Okay, not great. Just go back in there. Right, so I think I have to face a bad situation in the Middle East. He's going to get domination. I'm going to get nothing. Could fill up Saudi Arabia, but then doesn't really do much. He will just fill up something else. Iraq. He doesn't have, like, he can't use most of his ops though. Alright, here comes Suez. Let's take out some. Let's go like this. He doesn't really have to replace anything, so it's fine that way. For now. Depends on what else he redrew. Alright, he goes back into Iran, overtakes France, that makes sense. Middle East is 5. So this goes to space. I feel like I should take. So he's holding. I feel like I just want to do that just to make sure I get it. Now he can play the Korean War if he wants. I would love if it worked, but it's not such a big deal anymore. So he's going to play Blockade. He's going to be playing Korean War. So after this, I'm going to score the Middle East, I think, because I don't think it's getting any better. And then we're going to have the whole the whole next 4 turns to sort it out. He's also got NASA, so I think I would probably trigger Korean War now if I were him. Okay, Blockade. I mean, I'm really curious what else he's got. So, do I know, how much do I know now? He's got Korean War, he's got NASA, that's 2 cards. And he did give up D-Star, right? Yes. So is it 2 unknowns? The rest of this? His hand? Korean War and NASA. Yeah, I think so. Hmm. So he could have a 4-op or something like that. Which should I make him work a bit harder for the Middle East? Could try and get Saudi Arabia, but it's only 2 ops for him to. I mean, he could easily just put Korean War there. But he also might want to space the Korean War because it might be his only space-worthy 2 ops card. Let's see where I get if I do that. Saudi Arabia and then over, I think I go to Vietnam as well. Yeah. Just get Asia domination. Might worry him a little bit. I am worried that he's got Europe though, because he just went in with one op into Turkey. Which I don't know if you would do that if you were. He might have just been worried that I had it, but I can't really fight him over Europe. Did we see Warsaw Pact? I think I had Warsaw Pact in my first. Yes, I did. Yeah. I would like Warsaw Pact to come back soon. I want my influence in East Germany and Poland. NORAD again. That was an unknown card. It's going for Afghanistan. That's a nice play. I'm not going to fight you any more of this. So now he's holding Nasser, Korean War, and one more thing. And now Nasser is obviously safe. So he got 5 points. Oh, decall as well. Okay. So he got 5 points out of. Ooh, I can double space. Do I want to double space? I think I want to take India to put some pressure on him and get a chance at Asia domination again. But we know he's only got Nasser and Korean War now. And a successful Korean War now would be really nice because then I wouldn't have to overprotect either of the Koreas. But he's not going to give me. Oh no, he's going to have to give me it. Yep. So not going to bother with Egypt now because Middle East just got scored. I'm going to take India and protect a bit, Pakistan a bit against the war and get Asia domination. Very easy for him to block, but he has to do it as well, and he's only got the Korean War left to work with. Let's see. Here it comes. Breaking North Korea. Nice. Ooh, lovely. And I get Asia scoring again. Nice. Not. Well, again, a lot of ops. I would love to load DEFCON in the headline. Or we could try Salt and realigns in Asia. It's pretty ambitious, but it might work. But then we might also see coups in Asia. I've got so many ops that I don't think I have to worry about him taking North Korea right now. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I think I can safely headline De Gaulle. See if I can get into France. Ooh, okay, that could change things around. It's 5+, which means it's going to work. No? Good. I've been quite lucky so far, I feel like. Alright, here comes this. Let's go. What do I do exactly? Do I want to coup first? Do I want to coup Panama? Maybe with one small step. Can always go back into North Korea later. Europe. Europe is nice, but oh no! I should have used Salt because then I would have gotten arms race too. That's a shame. Then again, I can definitely use the ops, so it might not be so bad. So I think a setup right now of like Nicaragua and Haiti, North Korea, and maybe one in France. That way I can at least exploit one of those situations to get something out of it, depending on what he does. Anything space-worthy? I don't think NATO is space-worthy. When did we see special? We saw it there, turn 2. So it is coming back. Oh, it comes also back. Lovely. He secures France, goes into Algeria. Yeah, I think it's time to move into Africa. But he knew he had D-Col, and maybe he had D-Style early on as well, so he probably wasn't too worried about Asia. Sorry, Africa. I think. Ooh, maybe. Hang on. Redo all this. Maybe it's worth taking Algeria. Although I think, yeah, Algeria could be a real problem. Although I think if I do this, I take North Korea and I put one in Algeria, then he's going to have to choose. And if he chooses Algeria now, I'm frankly quite pleased. So I can get a lot of ops out of, a lot of VPs out of these two. Asia is quite easy for him to mess with though. So I think if I get to score now, do I score Central? I mean, he's going to put something into Mexico or Panama. I don't think I'm going to get away with this. So maybe it's Asia scoring. Or if I do get a shot at Algeria, then I think I should probably take it. Just the one up. Yeah, so I think should probably take this shot at Algeria. Is that too greedy? I could either protect North Korea, but if he takes Japan or something, then I'm back to square one, kind of, with Asia. Now, let's get these points while I can. I think it's the best choice. It might cost me Algeria, but then so be it. And I still get a point from this, right? So this is my hold card. Ooh, Junta. This might call for some real lines. Alright, let's do this before it's too late. That might stop him from doing Nicaragua as well, and then I have to worry about Cuba. So it was a good call with Fidel after all. So I think realigning with NATO now in Venezuela if I get the chance, or maybe just... Anything worth salting? D-Style, definitely. Should I do it now? Will I still have the ops? Here comes a big card now. Yeah, he's taking Algeria. I think it's probably time for a D-Style, and that also lets us coup in places. Have I got anything to use? I've got Romania. It's not ideal, but it's the best thing I've got, I think. Maybe Pakistan, Yugoslavia. I would like to get another country next to Italy to protect against brush war. This should get me Nigeria as well, or it's something at least in. Sorry for influence. I like that. It's a good thing I scored Asia. Okay, actually, let's take from Egypt. It's been scored. He's going to Sadat it anyway. And I suppose Jordan is pretty pointless now that I've got access anyway to that. I will be in Israel. I will be in the Middle East for Yeah, I can sort that out later. So it's going to have to be 2 Argentina, 1 Zaire, 1 Nigeria. Lovely. Ooh, actually, yes, no. This is okay. Because then he coups, and then I can counter coup. Might give me arms race, actually. Probably not. Possibly. Ooh, that was in the nick of time. 4 VPs from that. And now Panama Canal is actually fine. Thing is, though, do I want to lower DEFCON? Then he will definitely do it. And then... But if I use NATO, then I might still be able to... Actually, hang on. Arms race, this is AR7, so not going to happen. Do I want to hold arms race for some extra VPs? Do I want DEFCON to go up to 5? Not ideally. Actually, I could try and coup Thailand, because then he might steal a country and... Yeah, no, it's not really going to work because it's AR7, it's a little bit... Oh, what do I do? What do I do? If I coup, he's going to coup. But then at least I get another country out of it. Let's coup. Ooh, that sucked. That was bad. Now he's gonna steal Zaire from me, and then he'll get Angola as well. Lone Gunman. Nice. That means I can and Brezhnev, and he's holding Brezhnev. Okay. That means I get to steal this coup as well. Where do I want to go? Algeria? Probably. But then he gets Angola. But if I had taken Angola, he would have couped. Then that might have failed actually because of Salt. Maybe I should have taken Angola. There are plenty of events to give me that anyway. Hopefully. Ooh, Africa and Southeast Asia. Liberation, I'm actually a little bit like, I don't know if I want to event Liberation, which is unusual. Sadat is free. Missile Envy is not completely safe. Well, I mean, okay, it's basic. No, it's not safe. I could do Southeast Asia. It's only if he headlines Colonial that's bad, which would be an excellent headline for him right now. But I don't really have anything else. Sadat, do I want to just headline Sadat? Or Panama Canal? I think Sadat, even though it's, yeah, let's do it. Oh, man. Okay, so I guess I'm glad I didn't headline Southeast Asia, but now I have to respond to this. I've still got quite a lot of ops, but not that many. Very interesting turn. Excellent headline for him, considering my scoring cards. Actually, he doesn't know that, but I should be able. I feel like I should be able to get off with at least like. Well, I mean, this is the thing now. If I just fill these up, then he's going to coup, and then he'll have 4 countries in Africa soon enough. I think I might be better off cooing Angola, maybe with cultural or NATO, just to be sure. No, I think cultural, and then he's going to have to take these, and then I can take South Africa possibly, and I might be able to, like, I don't know. If he doesn't overprotect completely, then I can steal one of them out from him. But yeah, it's looking pretty weak in Africa. Might just have to dump the card. Alright, Cuban, and he doesn't overprotect Nigeria. But if I go for Nigeria, then he's gonna... So what if I just take South Africa? But then South African unrest is weak. I think... Let's do this. And that might be a giveaway, but I've got Africa scoring because otherwise I don't know if you do that. He doesn't even have domination. I could have just scored it. That would have been 2 VPs for him. Maybe that would have been better. Because now if he goes for domination, I'm going to have to deal with that. Okay, Puppets is going to space, by the way. I mean, Liberation isn't half bad. It gets me into Mexico. I could threaten Mexico with it. That's like a nice AR-7 thing. Here comes the lads. I expect they're going to... yeah. Alright, so now I don't think domination is within my grasp, so let's just score this and get it done with. And then if he doesn't take back Lao, then I could take it, I suppose. Let's see what he does. I think I would take back Lao. Counter count in Asia is really tight, and Southeast Asia is coming up, so that's a good enough reason, I think. Also, spacing is pretty important because he could one small step me. Oh no, actually, no, I played one small step, didn't I? Yeah. Okie dokie. So we've got one China event left, which is Nixon. And I think I'm just going to try and hold the China card now and see if I get it and I can space it and just hold on to the China card. We know that CIA is coming back. Lone Gunman is gone. So, yeah, I think I want the China card. We also haven't seen Grains yet. 1 VP for me. Yeah, no, he went for it. That makes sense. So now this is 4 for him, I think. Yeah. Should I bother with that? I don't think so. But I also don't think he's going to take Vietnam, so I guess I could space now. No, I don't have to worry about space. Let's score it. Just get it out of the way. So it's looking pretty good there initially. Now I feel like I've kind of stalled a bit, and he's definitely come back. He's made it a lot more difficult for me in pretty much every region. I definitely have to. And now everything has been scored apart from Europe. I think actually taking Yugoslavia now does make sense. He's going to take Canada, so it will be a tie still, but to defend against brush war. And then obviously, I don't know, I need a stronger presence in the Middle East as well, definitely. But I think it's Missile Envy now and then Liberation. Unless he plays We Will Bury You. Then I might hold on to Mr. Lenby. No, okay, let's do this then. Gets me domination, defends Italy. Now Italy's 5+ for Brush Wall, which still is not completely, I don't feel completely safe with the 5+, but it will have to do for now. I'm not going to take Austria. That's just too much. Probably should put another op into Italy. 3 is never enough. And then Asia. Oh, there we go. Okay, I could have. Oh, I'll get another one. Right. That gives him something to do for his final round. Means I consider it. And of course, Asia domination is definitely within my grasp. Again, a good hand. Excellent hand. So, there's so many good headlines here. Miss Lenby is gone. I don't have to worry about losing either of these. Of course, unless he grain sales me. How I Learned is a good headline. Quag is a good headline. I think the Defectors went. Yeah, that went happening in turn 3. So many good headlines. Not sure which one to pick. He did play Nora quite recently, yes, so I don't have to strictly event Quag, but it's always nice. We haven't got any, like, that's the only scoring left. Europe. But I do need to fill up Chile. I do need to take something in Africa. This is quite important. I don't know. I think Red Scare is probably the best headline. Let's do it. There we go. Grains. Okay. Don't steal anything too good. Please not AVM treaty. Oh, beautiful. Okay. I mean, I suppose South African Unrest would have been the best, but this is also quite good. I'm actually surprised Kitchen triggers, but he does have a lot of battlegrounds. He's got more battlegrounds in pretty much every region apart from Europe and Asia. Now he gets the coup, but I do have ABM treaty, so I can deal with that. And it's only a 2-op. So I think he's going to go for Nigeria. That's the only thing that makes sense. Wow, he triggers the event? I mean, surely that has to mean that he's got Europe scoring. I mean, there's no way he would do that if he didn't have Europe scoring. Even if he was just worried that I had it. It's just like, you would always go for the coup here, I think. Again, he's already got domination in most places, so maybe that makes sense. I think this is time for Quag, because if he gets stuck, then that's beautiful. And if he doesn't, well, there are still quite a lot of red cards left. I think Muslim, Chair, Yeah, maybe that's it. OPEC, there's one. OPEC was actually free. Okay, so that tells us that he doesn't have that much that he has to worry about right now. If I fill Europe back up now, then he's gonna just he's gonna steal Nigeria from me, I think. Is that worth it? I mean, to be honest, I would like these VPs, but it's so easy for him to fight me over Europe anyway, if he wants to. Ooh, it could be the brush war though, couldn't it? He wants to brush war Italy. We still haven't seen brush war. That could definitely be it. And that I don't think is worth it. If it's just the scoring, then that's a VP for me. And if I get to coup here, then I then again, if he doesn't have the scoring, then he might be worried that I have it, and he might just take Canada rather than coup. We'll see. I think I'll use how I learned to build these up. Because that might make him think I have the scoring. And then he might not want to give that to me. Yeah, there we go. He fills up Canada. Okay, so now I get an opportunity to coup, which is great. I do sort of want to event South African, but at the same time, I'm going to get the coup from... I'd rather not play Kitchen, by the way. I'm going to get the coup from... I mean, this is fine. Panama Canal is fine. It's just that if it fails, I'm going to get more coup points from... I'm going to get more mill-ups from ABM Treaty. This is just basically 4+, which is dumb. South African is... But South African is not going to give me anything, really. Is it better to just coup with South African and then... No, let's do this. That was bad. Alright, shouldn't have done that. Now, I can event South African, but it doesn't really just let him fill it back up again. If he's got the ops, which I think he does, because otherwise he would have put something worse than OPEC on the trap. I mean, either he's got just... Could be that he's just got bad cards, but if he's got bad... Like, even if he had something like Willy Brandt, he would rather put that on the trap. So, I think he's probably got good cards. He's got blue cards, he's got neutral cards. I think he's got Brush War. Formosan to defend Zaire, and then I'll event this because I want to give him something to think about. It does set me up for a realign, so that's good. And it does protect me from his realign as well, even though I don't think he probably would have wanted to realign Angola at 5 influence. What are my problems right now? I need... We expect Nixon to come up soon. He could have it. That would be a nice AR7 for him. We also haven't seen the Pope, so I probably should put something into Poland. But I don't really have the ops right now. I want to event this, and I want to event this. There's plenty of places where, like, he's still dominating now. Still dominating in the Middle East. And I still haven't filled up, like, I still haven't got my one battle round that I promised I would take. And action as turn 7 is coming up, so that's bad. I'm almost tempted to use ABM for ops, for influence, to grab Chile, and then to fill up maybe Saudi Arabia. I would also really like to take one of these. Put Asia domination back. And I have to overprotect Poland. And I have would like to overtake Italy. And I would like to realign South Africa. There's a lot going on. Alliance, not bad. 4 VPs for him. So, I think this is at least a given. Let's do that. But now the question is, what do I do with ABM Treaty? I would like the Millop. He's probably going to get one. Or two. Like I said, there are some red cards left. No scoring cards, but some red cards. Muslim Revolution, which I would quite like right now. We also got Chair, which I also wouldn't mind. He's taking his time, which is always nerve-wracking. Like Vietnam, Philippines. Okay, that's perfectly okay. Fine. So, oh, hang on, this is AR6 because I got grained. That's right. Ooh, the question is it worth playing the China card? I do want Ops. We know Yasuri is gone. It's been played already. It's not gone. Could come back, but so could Cultural. We know Nixon is happening, but I think 2 VPs is better than him stealing the China card anyway. Maybe, possibly. I think that would be for my last round, but then again, he could steal it before that. Let's... We know the Pope is happening too. So let's... This is important. The Pope is important. Don't want to lose Europe domination. What does it have to be? It has to be 6, right? Yeah. And then just the one, just an influence. Where do I go? Saudi Arabia? Or if I just go back into Syria, then I don't really need to worry about being poked in the Middle East. Again, that feels dumb. But now that Kitchen doesn't trigger, I can actually play it if I want to hold on to ABM Treaty. And I mean, he's going to get at the most 1 VP per Milops, so that could be worth it. I'm not sure exactly where I would go with ABM Treaty. Zaire is tempting. That's Africa domination. Something in South America is tempting. Mexico is tempting because it's that would give me central domination. Middle East, of course. There's a lot going on there for him. Muslim is coming up, but I definitely need more influence. Alright, so he's going for the coup with shuttle. Yeah, that's really, really bad. Okay, I think I have to do this now. Nice. But now he's going to do the real line. But that did cost me. It's always nice if when you have one of the non-battlegrounds and he has the other one, you do want to coup back so that you have both, because whenever he has one, he's only one coup away from a huge can't even speak, huge realigned threat, which is what he got now. So, all right, I've got Nixon and cultural. That's nice. Nuclear subs, Bear Trap, John Paul. All of these are known cards apart from Arab Israeli. No, I think that's known as well. I think he knows my whole hand. Is that even possible? Did we see Arab Israeli? Not that it really matters, but we saw it there. We saw it there, and then yeah, he knows my entire hand. So what do I know about him? He's got OAS. He's got voice. He's got brush. He's got chair. And maybe something from the early war. I think socialist governments. Yeah, that's 5 cards. So quite a lot of ops, also some good events and some bad events. But that's only 5 cards. What else? CIA. No, we saw that, didn't we? Yes, we did. Yeah. Any other red cards I'm forgetting? US Japan, possibly. No, I got that in turn 3, did I? No. Did I Ewan intervened it? Yeah, so he hasn't got that. And we've seen Cuban, yeah. Lads. What about containment? No, I gave him containment. Yes, I did, yeah. Alright, let's go. These are problematic. I think I'll have to trigger this. I think I'll have to space this. The Pope I can handle. I don't love the Pope, but it might be okay. Nuclear subs, possibly in the last action round. So that's fine. And we only get to see voice once. We only get to see... I mean, OES is a threat as well. Muslim Revolution doesn't do much for me right now. I need to work for that. Don't really have a headline. I mean, I don't want to play cultural, and then I suppose I could headline cultural, take the China card, use it for the coup maybe, and then. Oh, hang on. Do we know? Do we know? Has he got the Middle East? Sword in turn 3. No, he's not got it. He could have it, but he knows I have Europe. Let's start with cultural. Oh yeah, special. That was a known card. Oh, that's the reason I should have. Oh, damn it! I should have protected Italy. Much more. So now I have to give him the coup. That was completely unnecessary. That's bollocks. But that does give me an opportunity to take Mexico, which is nice. And also defend against OAS, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. So Europe should be 6-6. I don't feel like I have the ops to start an ops war in Europe. For the non-battle rounds. But then again, his hand is also not that great. What did I say? He's got chair, he's got... I should write these things down, the cards, because I figure them out and then I forget them. There we go. He's got Africa now. Kitchen is still safe though. Let's maybe not go for the coup with Kitchen, but maybe, or maybe I should. I feel like I need to. Also, if I'm not scoring Europe, then I should just. If I'm not doing anything in Europe, I should just score it. I mean, he does have Rush War after all. He could go for. He could easily go for Italy anyway. Although I do think he has got better targets. He's got plenty of targets in Central. Well, he's got Mexico. Pakistan is not half bad. Pakistan is actually really good. I don't know if I should do the whole Muslim thing. It's my only strong ops card. I might just use it for influence. I want to do the coup with Arab-Israeli, at least, in Nicaragua, to hold on to Cuba, get domination back. But we do know that Che is coming, so... But he would use that, he would realign first, so... Yeah. Maybe let's use this now to fill up Mexico. And do something that bothers him a little bit, at least. I do feel like I need to take some countries in. I could set up a realign of my own. But now what do I do for the rest of this turn? I mean, my cards are shit. I need to do Nixon quickly so he doesn't do anything with anything. I don't think there was a huge redraw though. It was just like, damn it. Well, that sucked. Let's do realigns now. What? Come on. Oh, seriously? Ugh. Don't tell me he's got Central now. I think I fucked this up. I should have done something better about Central. Like, I should have cooed Nicaragua just to hold on to Cuba at least. Because now Kitchen is going to trigger as well. And I'm not getting any points from anything. Not getting any OPEC points, no scorings in my favour. I think he's going to win this now. Not just because of Central America. I think he was in a good position to win before that as well. I had quite a good start. It's a shame that it didn't work out. But I had a couple of... I mean, again, I can't complain about this hand. Well, not really about this one either. This one wasn't so great, but the fact that he's got, like right now, he's got a bunch of really powerful cards. Yeah, Socialist Governments. Knew about that. Nah, let's not do that. Let's not do that either. But he's holding on to Brush. Who's he going to go with Brush? I think I would go Pakistan. Argentina is also quite good. I mean, I still do need the coup, but he's not going to let me take this back. Let's go back in here. That's nice. Not that I can really do anything about Cuba with these ops. But he doesn't know that. No, he does actually know that. He knows all my cards. If he's wait, did I just not take France? I could have fought him over France. It's not that important though. Let's not worry too much about France. I was worried for a second he had Africa scoring there, but I don't think if he redrew any cards, it would have been like 1 or 2 cards. Okay, here comes Brush now. Argentina, decent choice. Lucky me. Okay, do I space? I think I will space. Damn it. And then maybe just realign with John Paul. He spaces chair. He's now got voice. And OAS, I think. Or is it time for nuclear subs? Because Angola is fine, probably. Argentina. Yeah, I think it's time for nuclear subs. I think what I would rather do than realign South Africa is just put one more in Argentina and put one in Mexico. And that way I'm... Sorry, Cuba. That way I am still in Cuba. He can still OAS Chile, but it's harder for him to take advantage of. And if he does that, he won't get his coup. I mean, he's got the Milobs, but he won't get the nuclear subs coup. But I think one of these is going to trigger soon, and then he's going to start running away with it. Alright, so he does the voice. North Korea. Yeah, that's nasty. That is really, really bad. Okay, well, at least I get the opportunity to coup in the headline. I'm worried about the Middle East now. I mean, Iran-Iraq war is 5+ in Iran. I wonder if it's worth taking, or I could just gamble that he didn't get. But if he scores the Middle East now, then that's GG definitely. Should have taken another country in the Middle East. He could have quite easily though voiced me out of everywhere, so it was hard. I think if he's got the Middle East, he would have picked his headline quicker. That's going to be my bet. Vietnam revolts is... no, it's not worth it. I think it's going to be junta. Again, a pretty bad headline. A pretty bad hand. This is my only 3-op, and it has to go to space. And then I'm going to have to hold on to colonial. So, where do I go with this? Do I go for Panama? Stop his domination? I think so. I mean, I would like to coup in Africa. That would be much nicer. This is only 3 points, and I can take Cuba back then. It's only 2 points. 1 point. 2 points if he gets this back. And also he's got the thing. So I'm not sure I care about that. So let's do a real... or should I? Or... let's go there, and then do a coup in one of these. Haiti. Nice. Alright, and then let's go... not going to use this. Please work. Kind of. Sorry, what did I do about... I was going to get the China card back last turn. Did I completely forget about that? No, I stole it and then I played it, and then I played Nixon. Yeah, because I could have done it the other way around. That would have been smarter. Could have played Nixon and then stolen it. But I also felt like I kind of wanted the ops. Forgot about North Korea. Crap. That's really bad. That was one of my only chances to get some VPs. Now it's not going to happen. Yeah, so North Korea is basically lost now. I should go back into Cuba before it's too late. Wow, what am I doing? I need to worry about the Middle East. Oh, I mean, if he had it, he would have played it by now. But still. But I need better cards. I definitely need better cards for the rest of this game if I'm going to have any chance of winning. I mean, if we do see US-Japan again, then I could take Japan. Saw it, I even intervened it here, and then we haven't seen it since, right? No. Let's get rid of Kitchen. Couple of good rolls lately, especially considering the lads. Oh, I forgot about that as well. Come on. That's definitely what I should have overprotected Zaire. What am I doing? Let's go with this one. Let's go here. Set up a realign again. So I'm gonna hold colonial. I definitely have to get back in the Middle East. Ugh, this is painful now. And I have to space. But I think if I get a shot at realigns in Africa, I have to take it. Oh no. Thought he was going to play it. He just said if I get a shot at Africa realigns, I'm going to have to take it. Let's trigger the Pope. And then go Pope. There we go. And then here. No. Well, at least I'm stop his domination there. Okay, this is going to have to I think this is going to have to stay like this. I need to go back into the Middle East. Seriously, badly. I mean, I've got the Iran-Iraq War. I could give it a try. Ooh. That helps. A bit. Nice. Headline peak. So now the question is, do I... Okay. He's still holding OAS, isn't he? Surprised he didn't try something with it. Let's see if I can... So now the question, do I just put all this into Syria to make sure I am in the Middle East, or do I take Saudi Arabia and risk getting poked again? I think I'm going to have to do this for the third time, and if you do this 3 times in a game, you're not playing really well. that's certain. Wouldn't have minded the war, but 5+, it's not happening. So it's looking better on the map than it did just a few minutes ago. But it's not looking great. And having lost Asia, like my chances for domination in Asia, alright, slightly better hand, but not that good. And I can't headline Aldrich because defectors could be out there. So I'm going to have to headline something else. I think How I Learned... Oh no, I get to see his headline. Beautiful. So How I Learned can really help me here. Okay. Yeah. So it's going to be How I Learned. Oh no, it happens before, doesn't it? It could still be How I Learned. Put it on 4, get me a coup. Or I could just go Aldrich right away. Does give me some information. He's going to go for Zaya with his coup. I kind of need to take you back. Oh yeah, and it goes back up to... Did I have Star Wars? Didn't even notice I had Star Wars. But it doesn't trigger, so it's just an empty... It's just a 2-op card. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So now the question is... Oh, I still want the coup. Yeah, I do want the coup. Let's put it on 3. And then let's use... Iron Lady is going to space. Villa Brandt, I want the VP. South African... Not strictly necessary. But I would like to coup... in Central? Because that's a place where I can get... If I can get to Mexico... Or Panama... Ah, alright. That didn't work. That's 5 points. That's a lot of points. I should have Aldriched to get to see it. Oh, okay. I mean, 5-year plan... He doesn't know about... Like, Duck could be in my hand. So 5-year plan is a bit dangerous. Or I could have Cal or any number of things. Ask Not as well. OPIC doesn't do anything, it's basically safe for him. It's a really good hand for him. I think it's going to be terrorism, because he will definitely trigger that. But that was not a good Aldrich. I should have, if I'd done it earlier, I would have been able to discard the Middle East. That would have been beautiful. But alas, it was not to happen. But I should be able to get Africa domination. Europe, I'm not going to be able to hold on to. He still does it. Okay, well that's my space. It's my spaceship. What if he's got... Okay, I need to do this. If he's got war games. But now I'm out of cards. Seriously out of cards. Yeah, this is horrible. I'm definitely losing now. I need to get like either Asia or Central in order to win in final scoring and for him not to get anything else. I mean, if I can hold Europe, but it's definitely not happening. Unless I get something like, if I get Reformer, perhaps I can sort of challenge Greece or Turkey or. By the way, yeah, I spent. No, I didn't. So cultural and Yusuri could come back. He's got so many ops to work with. I mean, the problem now is that he's gonna. Because now I can't tune into being colonial. Now I have to just. He's also only got 4 cards, so he will. No, yeah, that's all he needs, and none of them are problematic. You can just space. We all bury you. What else did he have? Ask not. It's gonna hold ask not. And now he can just go like. I can just go into Zaire. He's got the cards for it. And then I have to counter him with colonial. Dear me. Actually, what I could do. This might be better. If I coup here, that stops him briefly. He goes back in, and then I can colonial. And if he takes A now, later on, yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I get a shot at the rear line possibly. That's what I'm trying to say. Space succeeds. No more headline peak. And now he's got 2 more rounds. And what's he holding? He's holding Ask Not, AWACS, I think. Yeah, Ask Not and AWAC. So he's not gonna event. Well, he kind of has to play it like he's. Yeah, unless he wants to play the China card. Let's trigger this. Then I can do a real-line in Zaire. Makes it even harder for me to get domination in Asia. But it's still technically possible. If I take Japan, we're now on 8-5, so got a long way to go. I think my best chances for dominating anything is Central or Africa. It didn't actually go into. Oh, come on. Didn't actually go into Asia at all. I think he's probably thinking he's got Asia. Doesn't have to worry about it. Is Asia 0 now? No, it's 1 for him even. Ugh. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake. Not sort of securing or trying to get Asia domination back again sooner than I did. That was a mistake. I don't feel like I really had time for it, but I'm sure I did something that I could have not done. Also, maybe fighting a bit more for the Middle East. Because the problem was that I put myself in the situation where I was presence-less. The Middle East is the least worth, sort of like, you usually only get 3 points from domination. And he gets 5 now, but most of the other places I can fight for gives more. But at the same time, it was just luck that I didn't get. Oh, here we go. That I didn't get presence. Like if he could have had the scoring card when that happened. Yeah, this is a typical end game situation now where he's just poking everywhere, and I can't possibly fight him in all those places. It's a shame. I felt pretty confident, like in turn 3 or 4 around the early mid war, and then it all started to go down the toilet. And Lone Gunman is gone, so Defcon is completely out of the question. So he's using that for influence. Ugh. Seriously? Come on. Wow, this is such a shit hand, it's unbelievable. I feel like I have to go for, like... I mean... If I can get rid of either of these two. I could coup Mexico, that would give me domination here, I think that's 5 points. Asia is 1 point for him, Africa is just his. I'd have to realign that. And I can't do all of these, so I have to focus on one, I think. And which one is more likely? Like, okay, if I'm going for Asia, I would have to headline Glasnost, just hope that he doesn't do anything to mess with me. Then I would have to realign North Korea, which is theoretically possible, it might work. Then I would also have to fill up North Korea, and also take something else, without losing Vietnam or something else. And he could just fill up Japan or Taiwan or whatever. So that's not happening, I don't think. That's not an optimal use of ops. Africa is easier. I just have to take Zaire and maybe realign South Africa, and then we're okay. Domination might not happen, but that also doesn't require a coup. So I could coup Mexico while we're at it. And so I'm kind of almost tempted to headline Asia scoring. But it's fairly easy for him to get, like if he headlines Cal, no, he doesn't get to do stuff. Colonial is gone, so he can't get that. Is there anything in a Pakistani war perhaps would do? But I don't think he's headlining that. He's probably got better things to do. I would like to. No, I think this is my best choice. It's gambling. I mean, I could lose to Defcon Suicide, but oh, come on. You needed that. That's nice. So let's go for a coup. So he's going to get Europe domination as well, which that really, really sucks. But again, I don't feel like I can fight him. I think I need to go for this. Beautiful. Okay. Good roll. It's 5 EPs. It's almost back to 1 to 0. And then we've got space, which is really important. And I'm going to have to space Evil Empire, which I'm not a huge fan of. Actually, no, it doesn't even. I can't even space it. Oh, there's a purge. I don't know. If I had gotten a good hand in this round, I might have been able to come back, sort of, but it still would have been really, really difficult. He's holding the China card. He can do his turn 7 pokes everywhere. So not happening, but yeah. But this hand's definitely not going to do it. It's not going to cut it. That's a shame. I feel like I had it. I mean, I've been kind of expecting to lose most of the games in this bracket, but this one I definitely expected to lose, and then it sort of started to go fairly well initially. But yeah, no, he's been the better player, I would argue. I mean, I definitely made a few mistakes. And I feel like I've been, I don't know, I've been lucky in some respects, but I've also had quite a lot of weak hands in terms of ops. Wait, is it my round? Oh, come on. Oh, what? Because I code with Mr. Lenby. I've spent 2 minutes doing nothing. Dear me. Okay. Do I need to score, or do I need to try and take Poland back? This is just Western Europe, right? I've also got Glasnost, Solidarity, so I'm not, like, Poland is going to be a problem. I think maybe just scoring central here is decent. I don't feel like I could have put 4 influence into Poland, and then I might have been able to get it, like, but not likely, and especially not with Solidarity. But now I think it's time. I would prefer if he just took Poland himself, rather than I have to play Solidarity for him. At least he has to spend some ops on that. Yeah, and especially with the purge, I mean, I couldn't even get. I would have had just gotten 7 influence in Poland. That wouldn't have done anything for me. I was thinking like, oh, he's taken a long time for his first round. Sort of got my hopes up, thinking he had a bad hand or something. Now Asia. Pershing is not a bad AR7 here, actually. So I'll save that for that. Now he's taken Poland, so now I can play Solidarity. Happily. Not happily, but slightly less unhappy. Bet he's going to succeed. Oh no, he failed. Okay, so now I think it's time for Glasnost to go realigning South Africa. Come on now. Oh, seriously? who's only +1, but I've done it a number of times now. I feel like by now I should have gotten South Africa, or at least like kicked him out. And of course just walk right back in. So now the problem is it's 6-4, so yeah, no, I can't. But he's gonna get domination anyway if I don't kick him out of South Africa, so it's gonna have to be just for fuck's sake. Alright, that's definitely GG. I mean, it's been GG for a while, but that was as much GG as it can get. I forgot it was only one as well. I forgot the purge. Queuing Zidane would have been better, because then at least he would have had to do something. Oh right, yeah, of course, because he needed that. You're welcome. Yeah, I really hate playing against the US on in high level games. It's so frustrating. I hate that sort of late mid game situation when you just like things start falling apart and they just poke you everywhere and you can't do anything about it. But at least I get a point and I get to stop his domination in Europe and even get my own domination actually for like 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't feel like I played terribly, but I feel like I needed to play perfectly to beat a player like Zidane, and I didn't play perfectly. Quite far from it, as in perfectly for my level. 17 points. Wow. Oh well. I don't know. I think I've said everything I want to say about this game. It was fun while it lasted. For a bit, at least. But I've got to say, going to the octaves in the silver playoffs is better than I expected. So I'm kind of pleased with that. I mean, it's at the range of the silver playoffs where most of the players who are still in the silver playoffs are players from the actual playoffs. So it's not so bad. So yeah. I mean, this season has been fun. I finished just above the middle, I think, in ITSL in my division. Where is it? Oh no, it's here. So yeah, I'm happy about this, getting this far, beating some players, and also let's look at the. So yeah, 6 plays out of 12 is kind of average for me, I suppose. The previous season or the one before that was really bad, but this is kind of. I feel like this is sort of normal for me. I was pretty happy about finishing 11-9. At least it's a sort of 55% win rate, like more wins than losses. So yeah, not too bad. And yeah, but I also feel like that's not entirely true because there were some turns like this one where I had good events, I had good ops. This one was like also not terrible. Like I feel like I could have played this one better maybe. But then after that, like 8 and 9 and 10 were pretty awful, and that's when it kind of hung in the balance. Yeah, realignments. I mean, realignments are what they are. You kind of you sometimes you don't get them. But I mean, up until then, this turn was sort of problematic, but not too bad. This one I had a lot of ops. This one, yeah, average. Yeah, and touch 10, yeah. Wait, wasn't that the turn? That was the turn before, right? Yeah. I discarded terrorism because I didn't want to lose any more cards, and frankly, I still ended up not playing for. This round, he grained me, and then he 5-year planned me, and if he had also terrorismed me, terrorized me, I would have definitely. I could have had 2 turns of not playing anything. So yeah. Yeah, like I said, when you have to fill up Syria to 3 influence 3 times during a game, you're not doing everything right. Yeah. Don't remember exactly what the situation was like, but I'm sure he's right. Anyway, it was a fun game. I mean, it was a little bit hopeless towards the end, but it kind of hung in the balance for a long time there. So that was fun. And that's it for ITSL for me for this year. We've got some Nations Cup games coming up, but that's not really. They're not going to be broadcast, I don't think, because I'm not going to be have time to play them most likely, and I'm not going to have the opportunity to broadcast either. So probably not going to happen unless Anton decides to broadcast them, maybe. So you just have to find out about those. But then, of course, the convention is coming up in London in, I was going to say 2 days, but I'm going in 2 days, but on Saturday. So that's going to be cool. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching during this season, and I'll be back with more streams. Definitely during the Dubai. No, sorry, not Dubai. There's a Grand Slam coming up, one of which I'm going to miss, but I think so. The other ones I'm going to be streaming, and of course the next season. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.